Well, after the initial box opening, taking the boat apart, I've noticed that there are 5 things that have to be done in order to get this boat prepped for hydroplaning. The first thing that's noticeable is if you look at the filler cap, that O-ring that's in there is too large and it won't sit down and seal properly. So that's going to have to be replaced with a smaller O-ring so it seals properly and you don't spill fuel all inside your cavity. And next item would be the throttle linkage. The throttle linkage here has to be adjusted so that you don't have any binding occurring, and you don't want to see this servo pulling that box back and forth either. There's enough power in that servo to start twisting the fiberglass underneath through the supports of the waterproof box. So you have to adjust that by turning this little turnbuckle and repositioning your push rod here and repositioning how it sits on the servo. This is working fine for me. Another problem that you'll find with that is that on the controller, the transmitter, you don't have any brakes on this thing, so there's no sense being able to pull this thing backwards. So I put a little block of wood and glued a little block of wood in there. You can see it. And so that's going to stop if you do hand it. Like, you could probably figure out that you're not going to be pushing it forward, but if you push that forward, this servo is going to be pushing this box, and it's going to try forcing that further closed and then pushing this box and over torquing the situation and possibly ending the life of your servo too quickly. So what I did is I put that little block of wood in there, so now it can't go back any and you got full, well, for break-in, I've got it set up right now so that I don't get complete throttle. Can we see down in there? That's full throttle. There's idle. So I'm actually, I'd like to keep it down about half throttle for max until I have this thing broken in. And the next item is just the same thing, repositioning the arm here so that we get our rudder here working in a more straightforward location. And this hose here, it was kinked, so you'd have to watch out for that too. All I did is I just pushed this hose a little bit further on, and it took it past the kink. And other than that, I would like to set up the battery so that the battery can be recharged and I don't have to open this box every time, because that'll be a hassle. So I was thinking of popping a hole in the top here, sealing it up, having a switch, and then having a little lead coming out so that all I have to do is just plug in the lead and I can charge up my battery. But I think for now I'll just leave it the way it is and get this thing fixed and should be ready to go. This 5th item here, the starter, this crank here seems to be too much resistance. I don't like it. I'm really tempted on taking this thing apart in order to see if what's the resistance in here. Yeah, I think I will take it apart just to be sure that things are okay in there. And so that's the end of the video here. Hope you can find a good way of solving these problems yourself, or you can just follow suit in what I've done. Thank you very much. Bye.